Some of the most important things for your citizens are jobs, so they can earn the moolah, transit, so they can get somewhere to spend the moolah, and of course, places to spend the moolah. Well, why waffle anymore? That's going to be the main focus of today's video, so if you're ready to go, then grab Don't grab one of those, sounds messy. Grab a cup of tea, sit back and relax as we dive into Biscuit Bay. Well, winter is definitely upon us. There's snow on the mountains. Well, there was snow on the mountains. It seems to have rained all the way. But, yeah, it's very dreary at the moment, isn't it? We are going to be working over here. I would like to increase our tree farming over here, our forestry industry. And we've also got some cool buildings that we're going to use as well to really build out a distribution center. So, yeah, let's just take a look at what we've got going on here. We could expand down here for our tree industry, and that is, I keep saying tree industry, our forestry industry, that's what we'd call it, of course, and that is making us a whole ton of money as well. We've got so many raw resources, which is absolutely brilliant. But I want to unlock this building in here, the paper factory. So far we've got 6 out of 10 forestry hub buildings, so we need another 4, which is okay. So I believe if we purchase this square here, thanks for the unnecessary zoom out, and I might even just grab that one there as well. There we go. And we're making enough money to cover that. And then I'm just looking at sort of road access. Well, we've got this sort of park area, this little strip that we've been keeping free in the center there. We could continue this road through here, which I think could work quite well. So let's picker the Strawberry Street. In fact, can I picker that version of the Strawberry Street? I think I still have to add all the things on myself, won't I? So that's okay. Let's get rid of those. And I want that smack bang in the middle. How far out shall we take this? Well, if we go to there for now, and then we can curve that around, so that'll be good. So what I was thinking is for access up here, but now I look at it, instead of having a road crossing over our railway line, we do have a little lane that goes up the middle here. So in fact, we could just picker that and expand it out this way, and that would actually be really helpful. So let's keep it at 180 degrees. I'm going to get in the habit of turning these two off at the end, so my roads don't keep randomly snapping to other things, which I think will be a lot better. I want to sort of take that in the middle, and then we'll connect those two up. Yeah, see, now I need that one on. There we go. Excellent. And then we can pop in here another couple of farming industry areas. And I'm thinking this one's going to be... This is the area that I want to keep free. Yeah, this is where I want to sort of think what I'm doing here, because I want to give my distribution items access to the highway. So we've got these ones here. Let's just zoom in. So these were made by Phenom X8, and they are sort of distribution center models. Let's just pop that on there. That was a autosave. I'll have a quick sip of tea. So the sort of area where items are going to be brought in, stored, and then taken out by truck. So we've got 4 different ones there, I believe. And then we've got some extra add-ons as well, which are absolutely humongous. Aha! Medium, large, and extra large. Oh, wow. I'm thinking we're going to go for the medium one in this area. And I'm also thinking, could we integrate it with cargo coming in on the railway line? That might be actually really handy. So what we're going to do to allow for the extra capacity, we're going to picker this extra wide 4-lane track, and we're going to upgrade this along here. There we go, we go right to the end. And then I want a spur coming off, which is going to cross over into this area. Actually, now I'm saying that, I'm looking here and thinking of running something up to this area. We've actually got a cargo train terminal all the way over here, so we could easily make use of this space. So, yes, we'll hold that thought. Let me get the extra forestry items in first. Okay, that's filled up this area with forestry, so that's certainly going to be making us a lot more money. Let's just take a look over here by the cargo train terminal. I'm definitely thinking this little spot here will be perfect because they've got access to the highway. They can come in, they can turn around, they can pick up, they can drop off. Where does that road actually go? So that road actually takes them through all of this first before they get access to the highway. So it might be I add a couple of lanes on down here to expedite that for them. But let's just take a look at the items we've got and we can pop some of these in. So the large is going to literally fill that entire space. The medium I think will be much better suited. What do we have? So we have all the truck access around the back. Yeah, so that's fine. So if we put that on the end here, we're going to need to do a little bit of work on the land. Just do that for now, and then this is going to need a road that goes all the way around it. And I'm thinking we might just take this one-way road that we've got here and use this one. Oh, that was almost too perfectly placed, wasn't it? Excellent. And then I would like all of that to be on the same level. So I'm going to use the Move It mod. We're going to grab all of that, Control H, and say to building height. Yeah, there we go. That's good. And then we can work on the land around here afterwards. Let's just... Have we got a load of trees in there? We have. Let's use the radius delete. And we're going to get rid of all of those. So we just have trees and get rid of anything that's on the actual asset that wasn't built in. There we go. So let's have a quick look at this one here. So we've got access at the front, plenty of parking. I'm hoping this is going to have a lot of jobs. We shall see. And I'm hoping we're going to see trucks coming and going as well. Let's just click on this asset and see what it actually does. Okay, so there we can see the details of what it's called. So it's got a company in there, manufacturing, rather than actually being a warehouse. It does have some storage, but it's more visual than actually storing things as a warehouse. Okay, that's fine. A little bit disappointed. I was hoping it was going to hold some items too, other than what it just needed to make. So let's have a look at these ones here and see what these... So we've got the workshop. I'm thinking we're going to pop these for the side here and they can come in and out in this direction. And I'm wondering whether these are going to be the same. Yeah, these are actually going to be businesses as well. So that's fair enough. Let's have a look. Let's grab the other couple. So it looks like to me that these are going to act like they're going to want a bit of access around the side as well. So I'm just thinking if we could just leave enough room in there, could we then squeeze an alley round here too? Yeah, how's that looking? I think that's looking okay. I like those buildings. And then we could grab the surfaces that are in here and we could bring these right out. There we go, to fill all of this up. That's got a fence there, so we'll leave that. Yeah, there we go. And this one fits in really well. Ooh, I am liking that. I feel like this at the back here... Oh, we are getting some... No, we're not. They're dumpsters. I thought there were some trucks coming in and out there, but no... This one is right up against the side and it's got a back access as well. Okay, this one definitely needs road round here. It needs road round the back. Is that going to work? It looks like it is. That'll be fine. Yeah, very good. So let's see if we can add some trucks in here for a little bit of detailing. So Fedham actually made some box trailer props as well. So what we're going to do is pop some of these in here and just sort of assume that they've been left to unload. I don't think the colour is going to change. No, that's okay. Well, we can adjust that. Oh, the colour did change. There we go. Caught me out. And they've also created a load of shipping containers. So what I'm going to do is use this one here, shipping container random. And yeah, we need somewhere where they might all be piled up, ready to be picked up and shipped off. Maybe we could utilize this little piece of land here. there we go. I think that adds a little bit of something to the corner. I like that. I feel like I want a reach stacker in here doing a bit of the old lifting for us. So let's jump in and grab one of those. Now, my understanding is they grab these on the top, sort of. How the heck are they picking these things up with that? It must be end to end. Yeah, okay, I think I know what's going on here. So let's grab... I've never driven a reach stacker in my life, so how the heck would I know? Where am I looking? All I do is see the reach stackers running around the city loose. Let's just pick a spot here and see if we can work this out. So if I put that down like so and then grab the reach stacker. Yeah, I think it's meant to be like that it would pick it up. So then what we perhaps would do is grab this... no, hang on. How are we going to do this? If I pick that, we do have some transform we can do in here. Transform tool. And see if we can get this to move up or down. Yeah, this is going to be the interesting thing. So I want the step to be small. I'm just going to make it like 10. And then I'm going to see... Okay, well, that just went the way I wanted it. Y is down. Step... Excuse me, do you mind? I'm trying to do stuff here. Step's going to be 2. No, okay, so that's going to be 1. Well, that doesn't make any difference at all. Okay, so I think it's sort of pot luck if we get this thing where we want it. But in my mind, that is more or less accurate. If we grab the reach stacker and just... Whoa, no, that's not the reach stacker. Props. We sort of did that. I think between those two, we might just about have it so it looks reasonably like it's actually how it should be. Yeah, something like that, I think. I mean, we could just literally have that one in there, and then we could have a truck coming down here being loaded. Yeah, here we go. We've got a trailer, so whether that is 100% accurate, that is the one we're going to go with. And then we could add a semi-truck prop on the front of that. You know what? Most of these are sort of American-looking things, so I'm going to just sort of go like that and assume that that's the one that's getting loaded up. Yeah, I think that looks okay. Excellent. Good, good, good. We can do some other detailing on the other stuff a little bit later. So lack of labour. I'm glad, actually. We'll check that in a second because we were looking at here. My unemployment was about 6.5 or something. So it wasn't terrible. Now, these are all level 5. So 46 in there, 57 in there, 49 in there, 199 in there. Oh, my giddy aunt. That is brilliant. Well, what we want to do is bring more people out to this area. So let's check our mass transit and our buses, I think, over to this area here. So making use of the good old transit view, we're going to toggle all of them off. There we go. Excellent. And take a look at these. So our buses, we do have a couple of bus lines that run over there. We've got stops up the top there. We could add some stops down here and some ways to walk through. And I think that would probably be okay because the routes that we've got nearby. Yeah, our green route goes all the way through Cupperton, cuts through Brewington, takes in all of this area here, which is good. The yellow route does the same the other way round. And Brewington takes in a bit of Brewington, although we do have, yeah, teetering down here isn't really covered. I'm wondering whether we could take, just having a look at where this goes. Why does that go up there and down? Oh, it turns around. Oh, we could bring that one up here as well, so it would overlap. I don't think that would be too bad, rather than extending these two. Yeah, let's have a look at our Brewington line and drop some stops in here that would make sense. So first of all, we've got our huge shop that we put down here. It would definitely make sense to have a stop outside here. So let's go for the North American bus shelter with bicycle stands out here. And I think right in the middle there would be absolutely perfect. Yep, everybody is happy. We do have a lot of stuff going on down here that isn't being serviced by buses. So yeah, let's add a stop down here to our farmers market. And I'm thinking even if that was just outside the front here, that would be fantastic. So we're going to do that. We've got our park area and everything going on here. I mean, one by this would be good too. And that is also very near to the shops. Do we want to sort of loop around? I think we're going to loop. We're going to loop. That's what we're going to do. So maybe let's just take these first of all and see where this line is going to end up. Yeah, so this is going to change to the other side of the road. Don't think that's too much of a big problem. We just grab that and move it over here. I was hoping that was just going to jump straight in, but I'm sure we can grab that and do that. Yep, excellent. So this here I'm thinking of adjusting. Yeah, let's do that. So we grab this and bring it up here. Why is it not going up the road? Is that because of these stops over here? Okay, we're going to maneuver some of these stops. Oh, they're so small. I can barely get them. There we go. We'll grab that. Yeah, I think that's much better. It covers this area. We've only got to walk a couple of blocks to get to the buses here, so that is no problem in my mind. We could add a couple of extra buses onto this route. There we go. So we've got 3 so far. Could I up that to 5, and then we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we have enough buses. Yeah, I think they're just waiting for the extra buses to join. We'll see how that goes anyway. So then if we come over here, let's just adjust the stops that we've got outside here. So I want an extra stop down here, right where all this is going on. I'm just thinking whether I don't really want to bring them into here because this is going to be filled with truck traffic. But certainly going up this road here could be good. And then to stop that bus lane going all the way down to the end, we will use node controller, which is still hidden down here. No, it's not node controller I want. It's the one up here, network tools. There we go. Excellent. I forget about this one hidden down here all the time. There we go, because it's in that teeny tiny menu. But yes, we'll have that over there. And of course, it's been changed. We can actually put it up top left. I don't know why that changed back. Now it's here. Hooray. There we go. So we're going to add those lines going up and down there. Let's just make sure I haven't missed anything. No, that's fine. And that is fine. Excellent. So they can easily get in and out of here. If we add in a nice little path that they can walk down. Let's grab this one here. Turn off snapping. And we're literally just going to draw that through there. There we go. Now they've got access to the whole of this area. Fantastic. Now, one thing we don't have in Biscuit Bay just yet, you are going to immediately see it when I click this road. Yeah, road condition is absolutely horrendous, which is causing more traffic, more slowdowns, all of that nasty, nasty stuff. Well, we can actually add that now. We've got a road maintenance depot and a road maintenance center, which is a modded one. This one gives us 10 vehicles. This one gives us 3. I think, to be honest, we're going to go straight for the depot with 10 vehicles. And if I can get that to snap the way I want it to, it just doesn't get down the end here. Okay, I'll turn off the snapping. I'll do it myself. And I want this right up against here in the corner. There we go. Excellent. And I'm going to have to straighten that up because it doesn't look straight to me. There we go, brilliant. And they're all heading out to look after the roads for us. So we just click on here. Yeah, starting to go green. Excellent. So I'm hoping they can keep up with that in our city. There is an upgrade for an extra 5. To be honest, I think I'm going to add that on as well because we are expanding and we want to keep this thing moving. Excellent. So I did say I wanted the paper factory also to be unlocked, and we just need one more forestry area hub building. So let's just see if we can squeeze one more in down here somewhere. And there we go, we now have access to this. So let's just see where would be a good spot for that. So obviously we've got all of our forestry industry in here. This area is quite nearby, but this is such a large building. I'm just wondering whether we could just make use of this little road that goes through the middle here. We're going to have to purchase another square, which is fine because we're making so much money. I'm going to take both of those again just to give us some choices. And I'm thinking whether to upgrade this road and have it in this area here. That to me would make more sense. Yeah, I think this will be okay. So if we take that building, I'm thinking again we're going to need some sort of one-way system going around this. I'm going to move it down further this way. Yeah, there we go. Let's use the same 2-lane one-way road and bring that down here. Why is that not straight? I put that up against the building and it's like taking me off at a weird angle and not snapping onto the side of the building. That is very weird. Nope. What? That road is determined to be a different length. Whatever I do. How about I do this? Okay, I drew them both to the same point. Yeah, really? Really? Right, we're going to try the connect tool here. Simple curve from there to there. It's just going to make it wonky, isn't it? Unless this thing is straight. Darn you, road. 288. And come on, 90 degrees to 88. Okay, let's give this a go. Connect from there to there. Yeah, there we go. Create connection. Fantastic. That is what I want to see. So we've got a nice connection in and out, which should be, yeah, that's the correct side of the road, isn't it? Very good. And then we're just going to reposition that to be up against here. Like so. Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. Let's have a look. That is looking good. So North Notes Paper, they're going to take the timber, they're going to turn it into paper for us and start shipping that out. So if we have a look at our production tab over here, that is one of the things we want to see. We've got so many raw resources that are not being used. We want them to be sold. Up here, some are being turned into timber, which is good. We want to turn more into timber, which can then be turned into paper to be sold. And if we scroll further down, we can see down here paper. So at the minute, we've got a huge deficit. And yeah, we just need loads of this timber to be processed in industry. So then it can be used to be turned into paper. So we're probably going to need a lot more industry to help with that over here as well. Oh, a few seconds later, we're just letting things balance out a bit. We do have enough timber from our processing. Well, we don't have enough. We have some. We have about half of what we need to turn into paper. The other half will be being brought in by train, truck, whatever from outside the city. So if we have a look in here, there might not be any timber in here at the moment. Oh, there is 132 tons of timber. Excellent. So that is going to be shipped over to here, which is good, and start producing our paper to be sold, which is going to make us more money, which is brilliant. 80,000 an hour, back to top 9 million in the bank. That ain't bad, is it really? Quick check-in on the new bus route all the way over here by our shop. Do we think it's working? Yes, we have a lot of people. Do we think we need more buses? Oh, 93% usage. Yeah, I think we need some more buses on here. Let's just zoom out a bit and let's add another 3 to make it 8. Let's just wait for those to be added and just hope that we still have enough buses. No. So we can get up to 6 and then it stops. Yeah, 6 is okay. I think we need to increase our buses at the bus depot. Well, on the far side of town, we do have a compact bus depot, but it only gives us 10 vehicles and there's no upgrades to help us with that. So it looks like we need another one. And I think we're going to make use of this area here again, and we're going to place one of the larger bus depots, which will give us 25 vehicles. And I think if we're clever, we could bring a road down the side here and make more use of this land. That should be enough room. And yep, we can butt that up against there. There we go. Excellent. I feel like we need to get a road all the way around this. There we go. Excellent. And that will send out more buses for us. So let's go back over here. So we've got 6 buses on Brewington. We're going to up that by another 2. These 2 are going okay at the moment. And eventually that percentage will go up. Obviously, that takes into consideration the new buses we have. And they will unbunch a bit. So I'll be happy to come back and see how that looks a bit later. There go the buses. Excellent. Oh, quick check-in on how well the road maintenance depot is doing. I mean, it's not been that long at all. They're absolutely killing it in the good way. Fantastic. Oh, and popping back into our economy production paper. You know the drill. Plenty of timber being processed into paper. Yeah, we don't need to build anymore for that. That is great. So that is going to be making us tons of money. Just coming over to Teapot Point to do some things over here. I saw all your comments, don't worry, and it's gone. What the heck? A fire engine's been dispatched, and where are you? Oh, okay. Yeah. Are you just going to look at that and think, well, that could have gone better, couldn't it? Dang. Oh, darn it. Oh, but of course we can rebuild it. Bing. Aha, it's back and in the same colours as well. Oh my goodness, all the buildings are burnt down. Oh, wow. Does that not get a rebuild option? Well, that's good. Oh, it does. God, man, the fire that went on over here. I can't believe we missed it. Okay, so there were a lot of comments about the roads in here. I think a lot of you didn't actually listen to the beginning of the video and then immediately went, whoa, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I said about having the parking here, this side, even, and that would mean this would go clockwise instead of anti-clockwise, because they could park their car and literally walk onto the pavement and, you know, get into the stadium and the shops or whatever without crossing the busy lane there. But most of you said just turn it around. Just that's what we want, so do that. But I had a couple of thoughts about maybe we could change this road to make it better. So as you're probably well aware, if we just pick of this one, we only get them going in the same direction. If you turn it the other way round, the parking is on the other side. So I'm going to see if I can make one of these with the parking on this side and the road going the other way, which would be absolutely brilliant. We're going to use the road builder mod. So let's grab this road here, and I'm going to call it custom one lane one way, whatever it says on there, and we are going to change, I'm going to change this one, I think, to the other direction. I'm just waiting for things to switcheroo. Yeah, so the parking's okay. What I would like to change on the parking is, yeah, oh, that is okay. So yeah, if you're coming up that way, you can go in. Is that literally all I need to change? That's going down, that's going down, that's going up. I think that is literally all I need to change. Yeah, okay. So we'll just leave that the name as it is. We'll come out of that. We'll pick of this, and then we'll upgrade all of these so they are going anti-clockwise. Oh, I know the other thing I was going to look at. Let's just do this one here as well. It was the bike lanes. Yeah, because at the minute, oh, is that a problem? Let's just have a look. Which way is the bike lane going? It's going that way as well. So if I unpause, these will have to despawn. Yeah, that's what we want. The bike lane going that way. It was literally as easy as that. Oh my giddy aunt. Well, let's upgrade all of these. I don't think this one had the parking outside, did it? Because of the shops and things that are here. But I'm going to put it back and we're just going to deal with that. That's fine. I cannot remember what was in there. I think it was some more buildings like that. I'll replace that. Excellent. And then there was a lot of comments about this pedestrian road going around the outside having no connection at all to the road on the inside. So unless they've walked over the bridge, they can't actually use this. Well, they can use it here and there. So I'm just wondering if we could squeeze in at a couple of places just a little bit of a path and hope it doesn't sort of cause any problems. Yeah, I think that should be okay. And then the other thought is to make this one big node, because we've got everything coming in here, although at the minute it's going to go a lot better because they're not going to get in each other's way. I'm going to do a quick save before I mess with making this one big node. One sec. All right, let's give this a go and supernode it. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work because we've got trams, we've got all sorts of things going on here, but we can... that looks to me like it's going to work. Let's create the supernode. We all held our collective breaths and it was fine. Nothing went wrong. Oh, that is good. Why didn't I think of doing that? By the way, in my defense, when I recorded the episode where we made this beautiful little island, it was like 4,000 degrees. Let's just move those trees out of the way. So any uses of brain cells and things like that was severely reduced. So that was my reason for forgetting, you know, simple stuff like that. But that you saved me. Thank you very much for those comments. I'm just going to pop some of those buildings back over here. There we go. That's looking much better. And then the only thing that's causing any traffic problems is people crossing over the road right there and the tram. So I do think we are going to need a traffic light, which we can now pop in and do a split phasing, save that. In fact, we'll go back in again. Exclusive pedestrian phase, 1 second. That should be fine. Let's just keep an eye on this for a second or two. Oh yeah, it seems to be working okay. Can't complain about that. I was just going to check. Oh, here we go. Thank you very much for popping around. Actually, we'll do it this way. Check how our tram route is doing here. So which one is that? This? Yeah, so that is actually going in the opposite direction around, which I can change if I just move the stops to the other side. I'll just do that off camera. And the last one, and hopefully everything has automatically sorted itself out and it goes the other way around. Brilliant. So that shouldn't cross over anymore. It does have the option of going that direction, But yeah, that'll be good. And now we know everybody can walk on and off the trams, off the pedestrian roads to wherever they need to go. That is going to work really well. So we're short on 2 trams here by the look of it. We've got 4 trams and we've only got 2. I bet I know what it is. I bet they've gone in for maintenance over at our maintenance halls, which are over here. Let's have a look inside. So en route. I think we just need more trams. Okay, let's add a tram hub depot as well. What is going on down here? What? Why? Who? We just thought we'd solved all of this with more Why are you going round? I've noticed there's a lot of people going round, and they don't need to go around. They need to go in, unless that's just where they're leaving. Let's just have a look at that. That might just be where they're coming out and leaving, or they're not finding parking. I bet they're looking for parking and leaving. How's our parking doing over here? Plenty of spaces left, so they're not parking in here, which is annoying. Did we put a tram stop over here? We did. We have tram stops over here, and they can easily walk to that. We seem to have far too many traffic lights here. Let's just get rid of that and that we don't need. That we don't need. You can keep going through. Have we just probably made a really, really busy place, and that's just how it's going to be? And people might just love driving out here. To just drive around in the big circle and leave again. Yeah, that might just be it. Or maybe we can solve some of that by sorting the tram. So they're at 90% usage with only 2 because we're too short. So let's find a spot that's near our tram lines where we could add another depot. I'm wondering whether this little spot up here could be quite good. So what I'm thinking we're going to do is extend maybe this road up here. Let's pick a pick of that. And we'll build on the side of here. So that's 90. Oh, we need to add Yoldi tram things on there. So that's this one. Upgrade. Yeah, we've got that. And then we're going to use the refurbished, this one, compact refurbished tram hub. So we just get that right up there as far away as possible from everywhere else. We'll remove that little bit there. There we go. We've got the extra trams. Oh, that was a auto save. We've got extra trams going out, and then we're going to just block this off as much as possible. I know in game trees don't really make any difference to the noise, but yeah, we're just going to use our imaginations. And we're going to pop a nice little park in there as well, just to try and help people be a little bit happier with what we've built there. I don't think they'll mind. We're going to remove that green there, just expand this a little bit. And we could just finish off this little bit here and perhaps make it easier for people to walk across down into these roads, get over. I mean, I know you don't get on a tram over there, but yeah, I feel like we just need to finish off this little corner. We do have a bus stop there. I'm just wondering, actually, do we have a tram stop nearby? Let's just toggle all, just put the trams on. Oh, we've got the tram plaza right there. Okay, that's good. There we go, I think that's okay. Somewhere you can grab a drink and something to eat. Somewhere where you can sit outside the shop while you're waiting for somebody else to finish the shopping. Short walk from the beach and the lovely view. Fantastic. There we go. We should be able to add... Oh, let's do this straight. A pedestrian path through the middle here. There we go. Attach that to there. And that'll just be a nice cut through for anybody. There we go. That wants to come from the pedestrian, from the large tram plaza over to the bus stop and over to the shops and stuff. Excellent. Okay, we're back over here again. Let's just do a little bit of detailing and tidying up of this area. No more can our citizens complain that they don't have jobs, that they don't have money, that they don't have products to buy, and they don't have beautiful places to visit, because none of those things are true anymore. They do. Thank you all for watching today, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it. I aim normally for 2 city building videos a week. Maybe one of them will be a traffic fix. Hope you enjoyed the latest one on Saturday just gone. And of course, we have a new British city build coming after the end of Kettlewick. Oh man, I tried again today. I spent 3.5 hours trying to fix it. Why do I keep trying to fix it? And it just isn't going to happen. So as soon as I find a map that tickles my fancy, we'll have a new British city coming. And I also want to thank all of my patrons. Without you, this wouldn't all be possible. Thank you so much. And an extra special shout out to my latest 3 new patrons, Lady Wizard, Rob, and Kale Rin. There's a link in the description where you can go and sign up to Patreon for free. You can see what's going on, check it out, see what you think. At the moment, 4 members are currently enjoying Oxygen Not Included and Timberborn series. So thank you all again for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all very soon for some more Biscuit Bay.